Dude, like I'm so excited for this hackathon. It's gonna be so exciting to like go to a conference about building, but we're building stuff before we even get there. So very, very cool.
Hey Brian, how are you doing?
Fernando, what's going on, my man? Great to see you. How's it going?
Yeah, good to see you, man. Everything's fine here. Thanks so much for being part of this. Thank you so much for your time, man. That's really nice. We're here today to talk about basically about the reInvent and this pretty nice hackathon. That's completely different stuff for me at this moment. We don't have much information about the hackathon yet. So far, what I know is like 10 teams, 5 buses from LA to Vegas, and we're probably going to use Hero. I just would like to hear your opinion, but before that, just introduce yourself. Talk a little bit about you, your channel, what's your role at the moment. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Fernando. Dude, like I'm so excited for this hackathon. It's gonna be so exciting to like go to a conference about building, but we're building stuff before we even get there. So very, very cool. So I'm super excited to be like on this journey with you. Like we don't know like anything. We just know what there's gonna be a bus and we're coding stuff and AI. Those 3 things. That's like all we know. So it's gonna be just like a bag of surprises.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm a full stack software engineer. I run a dev agency called Tech Stack Playbook. Fernando, I feel like you saw Tech Stack Playbook before it was ever even a thing, because when I like first went to reInvent, like that first time through All Builders Welcome, and we met, I was like learning how to code. I was like learning. This was like what, 4 years ago? Like I was like trying to figure all this stuff out.
That's so cool, man. That's nice to see that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, like I remember this, like you were like one of the first like friends that I made at reInvent, which is like really cool. And that's when like we exchanged on like Instagram, and then it's like wild, you never know, like years later you'll like still be in touch with people that you met just like at one event or like coming out of a bus, like you never know like what's gonna happen. But yeah, like reInvent's always been so interesting too, because as I've been building my company, I feel like every year that I've been to reInvent, there was like something demonstrably different about how I was building. And I think the first year, right, it was all about like what is AWS? Like what is this cloud thing? There's different services that do stuff, like what is it? The next year was about like, okay, how do I build a thing and deploy it on AWS? Third year was like, how do I scale what I have? And then fourth year was always like, what's like the cool stuff that I can build with AWS? So now I think like coming back, I think this is like my 5th year now. A lot of what I'm really dialing in on is like, what's the stuff that like you're not gonna see in a webinar or like on the web, or like like those events like meetups and stuff, like you have to like go to this event to hear this specific person talk about something. Like I want like the alpha of like what are like the super smart people doing that most people would like not know the answer of, because that's where it's like they have like the breakout sessions, they have all of like these chalk talks. It's the stuff that's not recorded, that's always by like the super brilliant builders in the space. So that's the stuff that I'm excited about. Like I want to get access to like those rooms to learn just from like the smartest in the world, like how are they building these crazy big systems. So man, it's gonna be a blast. I'm super pumped.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad you bring that, because exactly as you mentioned, reInvent has thousands of sessions. It's like really hard to pick up just one session. There's a lot of cool interesting stuff at the same time. But one of my filters is exactly like that. What's going to be recorded? What can I watch after on the internet? And you're right, there's a lot of sessions and you can just get a lot of good insights from people. And last year I had an experience of having some small tables to discuss some specific topics, right? I just forgot the name right now, but they have like this nice idea. So like 8 to 10 people in a table discuss about a specific solution. That's really cool. And another thing for me that's really cool about the reInvent or AWS summits or a meetup, it's the possibility to connect with people in person, because it's completely different. So here is a case. We met years ago in the reInvent and we keep in touch, right? And I made a lot of friends, Brian, right? Because I came from a completely different world. Even in technology, I've been working tech for 20 years, but in a different word, SAP for enterprise, monolithics. So there's a huge gap between this kind of workload and cloud. And now they are connecting, they are building the bridge between this gap, right? And when you came from this kind of world and arrived at the reInvent, man, you have no friends, you have no connections. You have to start building all your connections again, you know? And that's cool because the AWS community is a huge community and it helps you a lot. AWS Community Builder program was the first program that helped in my career, helped me making connections with a lot of people, and gave me visibility to talk more about or create more content. That's what we're basically doing, right? And yeah, that's cool. That's fantastic, man.
Oh, I was gonna say, just like, I loved like the ethos of drinking from the fire hose, and how we would get like access to all these workshops and these sessions to learn from the people that are making these products. Like, you could literally ask people questions like, how would you build something like this? How did you build this type of solution? And I feel like that exposure was like, because it's awesome to be learning really complicated stuff with like really nice people like you. And I feel like I cherish like those years when I was like in Community Builders program, because that's where like those were the formative years where you like learn, like even like unlearning stuff. Like, I came from a completely non-technical background, so like databases, storage, like the fact that there's different types of those types of systems, authentication, hosting, like forget it. Like, I wasn't even there. I didn't even understand that there were layers to that. So it's like when you come into a program and you get to like learn with other people that are like, yeah, I'm like right there with you, like I don't know the same stuff as well, and then you get to be exposed to all these really in-depth technical trainings. It's very much like going into the deep end and going into the deep end and going to the deep end, and then you just get exposure to these technology things. And then by the time of it, you're like, okay, like I built my first website, I built my first app, okay, like I just added a feature, I just implemented this thing. It's like really cool to do that. So I'm likewise like super grateful for AWS Community Builders, because that was literally what gave me my start in my career, was like that whole just like exposure to the space. So yeah, raving fan, love it.
You joined the program in 2021, probably the same year that I joined it, maybe the same cohort. And I remember that you know, giving a talk at the reInvent, and after that giving a talk at the summit. So that was like some cool stuff that helps a lot. And as you mentioned, the program is not like a lot of workshops that you can just watch. You have voice, right? You can ask people, you can talk. That's pretty cool. And I love that part. And after that, and recently, you became a hero, right? Talk a little bit about your journey to become a hero at the AWS.
Yeah, man. It's kind of wild. It still kind of hasn't like hit me. I've just been, I said it because like it's like you, right? Like, we're just the type of people that are like going, and then you don't really have a chance to like breathe because you're running this race that like doesn't really have an end. So it was like wild because so I've been a hero for 2 years now, but even last year, I had like just become a hero, and then it was reInvent, and then it was like the Hero Summit like right after that, after like 4 months after that, and I was just like going. And then this year, when I was at the summit, I got to like talk to some people, and I was like, okay, so I'm a hero, so that's what we're doing. This is where we're at right now. Like, I don't know, like, I just like, it was never in the cards. Like, when I tell people, they always think like, you know, like, did you really like not know any coding before any of this stuff? And I was like, yes. Like 5 years ago, I did not know what JavaScript was or Python.
That's crazy,
man. It was a snake and TypeScript, maybe something related to a keyboard. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you anything. So that's where it's like becoming a hero is like incredible. Like, just like amazing experience. Like, the whole community is awesome. I love also just having exposure to other people at AWS. So a lot of like my mentors, people that have given me a lot of insight into the industry, how trends are moving. Those are the things that I find really valuable becoming a hero, because you just get access to this like other network of people that are colleagues, mentors, friends. Like, it's just great to be able to talk about stuff, especially a lot of the development stuff that I've been doing the last 2 years has been like significantly harder than stuff that I've done. Like, I'm always trying to, if you think about like a gym reference, it's always like I'm always trying to lift heavier weight. So when I'm trying to like go to like harder workouts, harder development patterns, it's really great to have that safety net underneath you so that you could talk to people, you can get those best practices. You could be like, am I doing this right? Am I not doing this right? And actually, like, cool opportunity. So at reInvent, another AWS hero, Brian Tarbucks, and I, as the Bryans from Boston, we're going to be giving a talk on securing AI agents. And of course, we're giving a talk, so we're working closely together on this, but we had like a really in-depth conversation about agentic frameworks. So him coming from Kalen, me coming from a Tech Stack Playbook, we work on similar types of work, but very different client ecosystems. And it's cool to be able to talk to heroes like him and others that are just like in the space and they're building, and you're like, how are you going about this problem? How am I going about this problem? You can share stuff, you can learn, and like you could have two people that are doing the same thing correctly, but they're doing it in different ways. So that's kind of where it's like knowing other people to talk to, and like going to events and conferences and like seeing people is really cool to like see like my community builder friends, like my hero friends, like people from like other tech conference communities, like being able to see those types of friends. So yeah, it's been like a thrill a minute, but this year I was able to be like, okay, I am a hero. I am one of those people. But like last year, I didn't have a chance to like really think about that. And I still don't. It's like I still identify as a builder. You know, like I always will identify as a community builder because that was like how I got started in tech. It's just amazing and just very grateful to also be a hero. But forever a builder, I would say.
Yeah, that's nice, man, for sure. And I always have this feeling of being a builder is like pretty nice. Yeah, I'm glad about our journey, and I'm pretty happy for you, man. It's inspiration. Your career, the way you arrived there, that's awesome. And you are gonna give a talk with Brian, right? That's the red team versus blue team. I saw that. Yeah, I'll try to be there in this crazy everything, but I need to be there, and I'll give my first talk at the reInvent this year.
I'd love to see you.
That's crazy because that's my first year trying, and finally I got it. And I'll not give just one but two. I'll have my talk about my career, or exactly what we're talking here, like how to reinvent your career and how to use the community to succeed, right? And the other one is I'll be a co-speaker with another community builder. That's another friend from other events. So that's amazing. That's it. That's all about the reInvent. So yeah, and going back again for the hackathon. I know we don't have much information, but I would like a guess. Do you have any guess about the challenge? I know we're gonna use a few services, but anything that comes in your mind right now, what could be a challenge for this kind of hackathon?
I feel like with hackathons, it has to be app. It has to be something that's like user facing, because I feel like those are the things where if you're a judge, because at least so I was a judge of the Hero Hackathon that just finished, and a lot of what was interesting was like it was always the apps where you could see something happening. There's like sometimes there's like a push to be like, oh, let me make a back-end system that could do something, but usually those could be amazing, but you can't like see it necessarily. You might see it incorporated in something. So that's where I'm thinking like it has to be an app, right? Like it has to be something that like people could use. And I wonder if it's something that maybe helps you with like managing like your apps or like agents. Like maybe it's like something cool about like agentic frameworks, or like this would be like a challenge of like, how would you optimize agents or LLMs? But I just think like there has to be some like UI component to this of like an app. But I'm wondering like, is it helping you with the cloud? Is it helping you with your AI agents? Is it like maybe it's like a wild card and it's just like they just want to see what you build with AI in general? That's kind of like what the Hero Hackathon was. It was like kind of loose parameters, but just like you have to use AI to some shape or form. But I do wonder, what do you think? Do you have any like?
My guess is exactly something related to the AI and agents, because we've been seeing a lot of nice stuff like being created right now, but at the same time it's also a mess, right? So there's a lot of things or tools that you can create to try to put everything together, to orchestrate for observability. For me, it's something that will help people that are using agents or data with these agents, something like that. But you're right. I think that we need a UI. We need something that people need to see and kind of evaluate. I'm not sure if the judge will just look like, okay, that's a nice architecture and it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Right?
maybe a service or something like that. I don't know, but for sure an app, and I'm pretty sure that will be related with any AI agent services. I think so. Yeah. And
So it's gonna be
when I sign up for this hackathon, because it's like pretty exciting. What made me sign up for this was exactly because it's completely different from a regular hackathon, right? We're going to LA. We're going from LA to Vegas in a bus for 5 hours in the desert, cold. So how do you imagine the bus?
I hope that there's air conditioning to start, because like it's gonna be hot. Like I want to make sure that I'm not like sweltering. So like I hope that there's AC.
Internet
And I'm
connection
like,
for
dude, I'm
sure.
prepared for there to be like, I don't know, like hot seat, like we're all kind of crammed in like sardines, and we all are kind of just like going as fast as possible down the highway to get to Vegas. Like I don't know what
Okay.
to expect, but
Yeah, I'm expecting something like an RV, or a lab in a
Yeah.
bus. I don't know how many people will be there because it's talking about the teams, like 10 people in a bus, but there's the production team and AWS people. I don't know if there's enough space, but would be nice, like having like some labs, like RV tables. That's what I imagine right now. And yeah, AC and internet for sure.
yeah,
That's the basic.
definitely. Even if there's like in RVs they'll have like a communal table and can like sit along a sofa
Yeah,
like, inside
yeah.
the bus. I feel like it has to have something like that, because that would be awesome for you do like if you want to do like a breakout session, you could have people like with their laptops kind of sitting next to each other and talking. Most people.
Exactly.
I also wonder if there's gonna have like some sort of white.
You have two teams in the same bus, so you need to have some breakout space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to be. But it'll be interesting to see like what that's like, where like the team will be like territorial in the bus of like gotta get like lock down this location, and also gotta make sure that you don't like share your knowledge, like talk too loudly, because then if another team could hear you, then like
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
Yeah, like,
I don't
talk,
know.
like encrypted
Yeah.
messages or something.
Yeah, I don't know. What I know is that it will be a lot of fun for sure. More friends. We're gonna make more friends, and we will have like a very good time until Vegas. So yeah, that's why I'm also excited. And Brian, again, man,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time and for being part of this video. I appreciate it so much, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a month. Yeah, we're almost there.
Man, it's gonna be a blast. I know we're almost there. Well, Fernando, so great to always chat with you. You're always like, you always get me fired up to build and to like think bigger. So I really appreciate you, and I'm like super glad that you decided to do this. So thanks for bringing me on. This was so much fun.
Yeah, man. See you. Bye bye.
All right.